There's a silent killer in your spiritual life, and it isn't what you think. You spent years confessing things that God never called sin, effectively building a prison out of your own piety. You're exhausted, and that's because you're fighting a war that ended 2,000 years ago. Today, we break the 6 chains holding you back, including number 5, the most dangerous lie that has quietly dismantled more lives than almost anything else. Stop running. Your freedom starts right now. There's a weight you've been carrying that doesn't belong to you. It's that heavy feeling in your chest when you walk into church, or that voice that whispers you're failing when you're alone with your thoughts. You've been apologizing for things that God never asked you to apologize for. Today, we're going to break 6 specific chains, 6 things that millions of believers are losing sleep over, thinking they're in constant sin, when in reality, they were never on God's list of transgressions. Now, pay close attention, because number 5 on this list is the most dangerous. It is the invisible thief that is currently robbing you of your purpose and your peace, and it's likely the one thing you've been confessing every single week. Stick with me until we get there, because once you see it, you can never be a prisoner to it again. Number 1, honest doubt. This is the one that makes you feel like a fraud. You have questions that feel dangerous. Maybe you looked at the pain in the world or the silence in your own life and asked, "Where are you?" You were told that real faith never wavers. So you buried your curiosity and called it sin. But look at the history of the faithful. You see men like Job and David, people who didn't just pray, they wrestled. They shouted at the sky, demanding to know why things were the way they were. Even at the lowest point of human history, we hear a cry of why from the cross itself. If the Son of God could voice a moment of feeling abandoned, then your honest questions are not an act of rebellion. They are an act of intimacy. You don't have to pretend anymore. Number 2, the dry season. Have you ever felt nothing? You're reading the Bible and it feels like a manual. You're in worship, and while everyone else is emotional, you're just checking your watch. You've convinced yourself that this dry season is a punishment, that you've done something to make God pull away. But some of the greatest spiritual giants lived in what they call the dark night of the soul. Mother Teresa spent decades in this silence, yet she was closer to the heart of God than almost anyone. Feeling spiritual is a gift, but it isn't a requirement. God's presence isn't dictated by your goosebumps. Being in a desert isn't a sin. It's where your faith learns to walk without training wheels. Number 3, mental and emotional struggles. This hits home for anyone fighting a battle inside their own mind. You feel guilty for your anxiety. You read, "Do not be anxious," and instead of peace, you feel shame. You think your panic attacks or your days of deep heaviness are proof that you don't trust God. But look at Elijah. After his biggest victory, he sat under a tree and wanted his life to end. God didn't give him a lecture on faith. He gave him food and a nap. He acknowledged that the journey is too great for a human to carry alone. Your exhaustion and your mental struggles aren't spiritual failures. They are reminders that you are made of dust, and God is not offended by your humanity. If this is hitting a nerve today, it's because you were meant to hear this. On this channel, we dive into the simple but deep truths that religion often complicates. If you want to keep reclaiming your peace, hit that subscribe button and join this family. We're in this together. Number 4, financial success and ambition. This makes people very uncomfortable. Do you feel like you have to apologize for being successful? Like you're less holy because you want to build a business or provide a legacy for your family? There's a theology that says poverty is the only path to God, but that's not what the Word shows us. Abraham, Job, and Solomon were all trusted with immense resources. The Bible doesn't say money is the root of evil. It says the love of it is. Money is a tool in the hands of a person with a kingdom heart. It is a weapon for good. You don't have to choose between a full spirit and a full bank account. Number 5, setting limits and boundaries. We've reached the one I warned you about. You feel like no is a dirty word. You let people drain your bank account, your time, and your sanity because you think being a servant means having no boundaries. But Jesus walked away from crowds that still needed him so he could pray. He said no to good things so he could stay focused on the best thing. Protecting your heart isn't selfish. It's stewardship. Number 6, the inability to forgive yourself. This is the most devastating. You believe God forgave you, but you keep yourself in a cage of, but I know he forgave me, but I still messed up my kids. When you refuse to let go of what God has already washed away, you're essentially saying his sacrifice wasn't enough for your specific mistake. That isn't humility. It's a form of pride that keeps you paralyzed. There is therefore now no condemnation. Not a little bit. None. Before you go, I want to do something powerful. In the comments, just type one word that describes a burden you're dropping today. Whether it's shame, guilt, or anxiety, leave it here. This community will stand with you. And if you're still struggling with the math of wealth and faith, watch this next video on your screen. It's time to change the way you think about your future.